What's up, everybody? I figured I'd do another video and everything. I'm going to do a pre-trip. This is the first time during the day that I'm actually able to get up and do a pre-trip. Got a little bit of light left so y'all can still see and everything. Like I said, I've been in this for over 20 years and I still get out and I still check my truck. I still check my tires. I check everything on my truck to make sure that everything is good. That's something that everybody needs to do. You always need to get up and check your truck. It doesn't matter, like I said in my last video, it doesn't matter if it's minus 10 degrees outside. I always get out and I always check my truck. But we're gonna do a pre-trip on the truck. I've got about 20 minutes left until I start driving. It'll take me about 5 to 10 minutes to do the pre-trip. I don't go all crazy on a pre-trip and everything. I go mainly focus on my post-trip when I'm done, and I'll go over one of them with you. It was dark, or I was really tired this morning when I stopped. I just now delivered this morning about 7 o'clock down here to the Walmart. It's about a mile down the road from me. I'm at a little truck stop here. A really nice place to come to. They got really good food in here, especially breakfast. But I'm in Ottawa, Kansas. I'll do a video on my post-trip too. I always do a post-trip because that's when you can catch something and you can get it fixed while you're on your 10-hour break. That way it doesn't take away from your driving. Yeah, it takes away from your sleeping time, but I'd rather have something fixed and not have to worry about if my load's going to be late or not. But yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to the other camera and everything, and we will get that done and everything so I can get rolling. All right, guys. I'm back. Let's get up here and get my lights and stuff cut on. I was back there looking at the tire. I'll show y'all what I was looking at here in a minute. It's gonna be a little loud. There's motors running up here. I've got my motor cut off, but my truck's a little dirty. But I always cut my lights on all the way. It's now they're gonna beep because of where my truck's off, and then I always cut my four-ways on. Make sure that my lights are working, my mirror lights and everything are working. I come down and I check and make sure that the light up here on the top of the trailer is working. Check my mud flap, make sure my brakes are pressed in to make sure on my trailer, to make sure that there's no air coming out of it, to make sure that I've got a good seal on it. I always look back through the tank and everything, make sure there's no leaks coming out of the top of the hoses. If you'll look on the top of the tank up there, you got your feed line. Make sure there's no wet spots or anything like that to make sure that I don't have a leak. I always check my tires. Make sure that they're not flat, got any leaks or any holes or anything in them, no nails hanging out of them or anything like that. Check my mud flaps, check my lights, make sure my tag light, even though we don't put a tag back there, if that light's out, DOT can still get you for it. Always make sure that my landing gear is hanging up and it's not down and flapping around. I always make sure that my pin and everything is not pulled. That is a major thing, guys. I always check to make sure your pin's not pulled. I've seen drivers pull out from under their trailers before because they pissed somebody off in a truck stop and they've come by and pulled their pin. I've seen it. It does happen. Check your pin. Even if you don't have time to do an actual good pre-trip to your truck, always get out and check that pin, guys. Always. Make sure that that light's working and functioning correctly. Make sure your trailer pin is in and everything. People will pull them sometimes, which ain't a big deal, but it can be. The tires and everything, make sure that you got tread on them. Make sure that they're not flat. Look at your wheel hubs. Make sure that they're full. You have no leaks. Now I've got the brakes pressed in, like I said. So with the brakes pressed in, you're going to hear air going through them chambers and everything. And if you hear a leak, that's when you're going to hear it. Mud flap is good. Red marker light on the side's working. Got a blinkers. All my lights are working. Make sure that nobody took your seal, that which I'm empty. If you're empty, man, it smells like shit back here. Always check and make sure that there's nothing in the back of your trailer. Somebody didn't put something in there. Because you never know, somebody could put something in there. I've heard of it. Somebody can put something in there and everything, and then you can get stopped down the road and you can get in trouble for it. Make sure that you got your marker lights on the top working. ICC bumper, make sure that it's good and sturdy, that you didn't back into anything and knock it loose. Mud flap again. Check your tires. Check your seals. Your airlines are tight and everything on your thing. There's no leak in my, like I said, my gauge is pressed in, so I'm able to tell if I've got any air leaks. Look back at your chambers to make sure that you ain't got none hanging down that you ripped out with something going down the road. Check your tires. Side skirts, make sure that they're good and tight. Check your light. Now it's gonna be loud up here, guys. Now see right there. That's something that you need to get fixed. You don't need to go down the road with that. That can cause that to rip off. So I will write that up on my pre-trip inspection to let the company know that that needs to be fixed. No, it's gonna be loud, guys. There's motors running. Check my lights again. Check your mud flap. Check your tires. Make sure that they're good. I can't gauge my tires. I don't like that. I always gauge them, but here I can't because of these center caps. I will be taking them off. I don't like them. Look again. Make sure that you don't have any leaks. I can see it. I don't know if y'all can, but there's no leaks coming out of the top of my tank. I don't check them lights. I'm not worried about them. I never use them. Check, make sure your light up here is working. Come around here. This light's working. That light's working. Check your wheel subs and everything and make sure that you ain't got no leakage or anything around coming around them. Check your lights. Blinkers are working. Lights up there are working. Make sure you have no leaks into the truck. Check your hub seal again. That's all I do every time, guys. Make sure your fuel caps are on too. But yeah, my pre-trips are simple, but they cover the truck. They cover everything that you need to look at on the truck. A lot of drivers don't do it, but like I said and everything, I push my trailer brakes in because 90% of the time that's when you're going to hear an air leak on your trailer, is when your brake chambers are pushed in to release air off of them brakes. But that's a pre-trip, guys. Just always make sure that your trailer's not got any holes in it. I checked it earlier today when I picked this trailer up. It was a drop and hook for me. I always check if it's sunny outside to make sure that there's no light coming through the top of the trailer, because you're responsible. If you get a leak on a trailer and everything, and let's say you pick a trailer up and it's dry outside, well, you can't tell if there's a leak on that trailer. But that's still a possibility that that place is going to turn that trailer or that load down if that load gets wet. But yeah, that's my simple pre-trip. I do it every day. That's something that I've always done. But I appreciate it, guys. If I missed out anything that I need to start looking at more for myself, I've been out here for 20 years, but I always take advice. If there's something that I missed, I do check my oil and my coolant and everything, but that's kind of hard for me to do holding the phone. So I will do that after we get done with the video. I always check my oil and my coolant and make sure my lines and my belts are good on my motor too. But like, share, and subscribe, guys. Post down in the comments if I missed anything that I need to look at. I always, like I said, I always take up comments and everything to make sure that everything's done right. If there's something that I did wrong, let me know. I'll fix it. But you take it easy, guys. Keep it in between the lines, and I'll see y'all on the next video.